Thank you for turning to page 121. Well, here it is, 800 videos. I'm kind of surprised I've made that number, honestly. Um, about every 100 videos, I decide to do a little status of the channel and just a little chat and see what ideas there might be floating around there and that kind of stuff. So that's what this really is a status on the channel and then a call for ideas and a couple of ideas I'm kicking around myself. I want a little feedback on. So status of the channel is I have made 800 videos as of this video. Still going strong. Have every intention of continuing. I have a viewership of, or a membership rather, subscriptions of 4,100 plus, which is excellent. Thank you very much. Thank you everybody who supported the channel. And lively comments. I appreciate everybody that comments. I try to answer as many of them as I can, or at least like them. Go ahead and leave, comments, anything you need to talk to me about, I'm happy to talk about. One of the things I'm thinking of doing in the future on the channel is kind of a live question and answer kind of thing. I would just stream it through YouTube, and I would just be me sitting there, and then I would take channel questions sent in comments, and then I would go ahead and I would answer the questions. I would like them to be about anything, any game that I've featured on the channel, I'm happy to talk about. If you're going to dial into little nuts and bolts about does this book say this, this book say that, that's not what it's going to be about. I'm not going to be looking up individual rules. Now, interpretation of rules and how I do things at my table, absolutely, that's what the conversation would be about. So let me know if there's any interest in something like that. I've also toyed with going to another format, kind of a podcast format, in addition to my regular channel. I don't know what kind of interest there would be in just a straight podcast, just me babbling about games. Let me know if there's any interest or enough interest. I might do a couple of pilots and see if it's any good. I've never done podcast stuff before. I realize that what I'm doing is very close to a podcast, but this would be a true podcast. No visual, just a topic in a conversation, whether it's me just talking about it or if I could get other people to be part of the conversation or maybe do some guests, some interviews. Maybe Joshua Bell of Traveler Map. He and I have talked a few times about the possibility of him being interviewed on my channel. I know I'm in touch with several other creators, John Watts from Independence Games. So I might try to tap them to come into a podcast. I have no idea. I'm not obligating anybody I just mentioned. I'm just spitballing. So let me know if there's any interest in an actual podcast on the same topics. Not taking away from my regular videos, just in addition to. And then the other thing I'm thinking of doing is another Jump Point. Anybody that's been with my channel for a while knows Jump Point is a little gaming convention I tried to launch. We had a successful one about a year and a half ago, almost 2 years ago, at Games Plus up in Mount Prospect. For various reasons, my schedule and Games Plus schedule won't mesh until about April of next year. That's quite a while. Now, the first Jump Point was fantastic success. We had about 15 people come out. We had a ton of fun. We had have 2 games of Traveler. We had a blast. The second one I tried to do here in the south suburbs of Chicago, specifically Frankfort, Illinois, at a comic store near us with a huge gaming area. Very, very obliging place. I recommend it. It's amazing fantasy. I did one there in August of last year, and nobody showed. So it was just my gaming group and I, and my son Adam ran a quick D&D scenario, and then we left. So that took the wind out of my sails a little bit for Jump Point. So let me know if there's any interest in Jump Point. If we do future Jump Point, I would either be interested in doing it in the Frankfort area or the south suburbs of Chicago, maybe my local library, that kind of thing. Let me know if there's enough interest in this area. Otherwise, Jump Point might just be a thing of the past. I haven't decided yet. So, and then of course, any suggestions from viewers. I get video ideas quite a bit from viewers. When I can, I give a shout out to it. To be fair, if it's an idea that I've already been working on, I may not give you a shout out. I'll just say viewers have suggested or something like that. So it's not to snub you or anything, but if it's something I already had in the pipeline, then we'll see. But I'm always interested in suggestions, ideas for videos, a lot of fun. I have a limited budget, so it's not like I can dive into a bunch of other games I don't have. Also, if it's a game I haven't played, I'm a little hesitant to go ahead and do much of anything with it. Now, that being said, I'm open to playing new games. And one thing I'll say about my play group is they put up with me. I've suggested a lot of games I know there wasn't a ton of interest in over the years, and we've ended up having a lot of fun. They're not true Battletech fans, for instance, but they always have fun playing Battletech. We've played Traveller, Star Frontiers, Gamma World. They love Gamma World Champions, Silent Death. We've played a lot of different games at my table in addition to D&D and just regular Traveller. But let me know other games that you might be interested in seeing us play. The other thing, seeing us play, is if there's any interest in live play. I'm going to be starting up a new Traveller campaign. I couldn't start it over the summer because of schedules and vacations and such. I'm hoping to start it in the fall, and it's going to be an active duty campaign where my players will actually be commanding an active duty starship in the Imperium, and they'll also be playing lower deck characters. So they'll have multiple characters in this one scenario. I'm thinking of starting that up sometime, I'm hoping in September. And if I do start that up in September, I'm toying with doing that as a live play. I don't know if they're going to sit down for a session 0 or not, but I think I convinced them of the value with my last Traveller campaign when we discussed session 0 where they roll up the characters with me as opposed to me making the characters. I think they understand the benefits now of sitting down and making the characters with me for session 0. So my hope is we'll do a session 0 on that, and then I can film it and warts and all just put it out there and let folks see, and then hopefully this would be a campaign that I would be able to film at least some of, if not all of, depending on what the situation is. And I always defer to my guys. If they're not interested for whatever reason in appearing in a video or having us have the camera on, I always defer to them. It's their table too. But that's it, 800 videos. The channel turns 4 at the end of October, just before Halloween. My first video was a Walpurgis video. I explained Walpurgis in that video, so if you want to see an old bad video that I scripted, I used to do these scripted, that's the one for you. It's the oldest video I have. I think I do better without a script. I think you'll agree. I'm not a script kind of guy. The conversation, tone, everything, this is how I DM or GM. I always have an outline for my game, whether it's in my actual notes or up in my head. Important NPCs, magic items, things like that. Spacecraft, I have all laid out and it's waiting, but I very rarely script encounters. I let it be stream of consciousness, I guess it's called. Not really, but I let it be freedom, where the game goes, where the game takes us, rather than have my folks stick to a strict script. I know better. They've shown me over the years that a strict script is not the way to do it with them, and I prefer DMing this way anyway. So let me know what you think. If there's any other areas where I could expand the channel a little bit, make it a little more user-friendly, a little more enjoyable for folks. Right now, YouTube is the platform I'm going to stay on. Even if I do the podcast, I'm probably going to do it through YouTube. I realize Discord is out there. I'm trying to decide if I have enough time to do much of a presence on Discord. I'm on a couple of different pages. Independence Games, I'm on their page. Mongoose, I'm on their Discord. Or they have a forum. I don't know if they have a Discord or not. But so let me know what you think. But 800 videos. Monday will be 801. And I've got a couple of special series coming up that I'm excited about, and more announcements on those as I get them together and start filming them. But I've got a couple that I think you guys are going to like. And let me know, do you want to see more Champions? Do you want to see more Silent Death? Do you want to see more Battletech? Gamma World. I'm interested in anything I just named, plus of course my core stuff of Traveller and AD&D. My channel is primarily Traveller and AD&D, and I think something like 350 of my videos are Traveller and AD&D, and then the others are miscellaneous. I forget to break down off the top of my head. But there you go, 800. Status of the channel. I hope you found this informative. I do need some feedback. Let me know what you think about the various ideas I put forward. And thank you for your support. Thanks for watching. Thank you for your time. I do value it. And I'll see you next time on page 121.